Ian becomes a hurricane again as it takes aim at South Carolina. Florida was still reeling from its hit by Ian, as hundreds of people were being rescued from floodwaters across the state. Our reporters are on the ground. Here's what to know about Ian right now. Damage from Hurricane Ian was coming into clearer view in southwest Florida on Thursday evening, Governor Ron DeSantis said as he described cars floating in water and concrete slabs where houses once stood. Emergency crews continued to work to reach stranded residents, with more than 700 people already rescued. Ian moved out over the Atlantic and strengthened into a hurricane. The storm was expected to make landfall on Friday in South Carolina. The latest, state and federal officials said they expected deaths connected to the storm, but no firm total had emerged by Thursday night. Fort Myers Beach, in southwest Florida, was hit especially hard, Mr. DeSantis said. Some of the homes were wiped out, he said. Some of it was just concrete slabs. About 2.6 million customers were still without power in Florida. Ian was expected to hit South Carolina on Friday. The National Weather Service warned that it could produce life-threatening floods in Georgia and the Carolinas. President Biden declared an emergency in South Carolina and ordered federal assistance as Ian moved toward the state, according to a White House statement. Rain has begun falling in parts of South Carolina and Georgia and will move inland overnight and continue through tomorrow, the National Weather Service said. Hurricane Ian Tracker. Latest maps, projections and possible paths as storm targets Carolinas. Hurricane Ian made landfall in Florida on Wednesday as a strong Category 4 hurricane, bringing with it the threat of high winds, dangerous storm surge and even tornadoes. After traveling north through the Gulf of Mexico, Hurricane Ian made landfall along the southwestern coast of Florida around 3:05 p.m. Eastern Time as a Category 4 storm, with sustained winds near 150 miles per hour, the National Hurricane Center said. Landfall was near Cayo Costa, an island off the coast of Fort Myers, with the storm then traveling through central Florida. After downgrading to a tropical storm briefly, Ian strengthened back to a Category 1 hurricane Thursday evening with winds of 85 miles per hour, as it traveled off the east coast of Florida and into the warm waters of the Atlantic Ocean. Ian is expected to continue to strengthen as it travels north. It is forecast to make landfall as a Category 1 storm near or north of Charleston, South Carolina, Friday in the late morning or early afternoon. Weather alerts extend across 4 states, from Florida to North Carolina. A hurricane warning has been issued for the entire coast of South Carolina and the southern coast of North Carolina, including Wilmington. A tropical storm warning is in effect for much of North Carolina, inland South Carolina, eastern Georgia and the east coast of Florida.